Sirens again tonight. Hard to tell if they're getting closer, or if we're just listening now. Blue lights flash across the ceiling like lightning in a storm. Neighbor's dog won't stop barking. Something feels wrong. Man on TV says stay calm while the ticker bleeds below. Kids still riding bikes at sunset like they don't already know. Everybody feels it. Nobody says a word, like a tremor underneath us, too deep to be heard. There's sirens in the distance tonight, echoes rolling through the neighborhood light. Everybody staring through the blinds, praying things will turn out fine. There's tension in the air, so thick, feels like the whole damn world might split. Sirens in the distance tonight, and nobody sleeps right anymore. Gas station television screaming, another reason to fear. Old man mutters, here we go again, as he cracks another beer. Church bells ring 7, but the pews stay half empty now. People still wave at each other, they just don't know how. Mama locks the back door early, Dad checks the news again. Everybody keeps pretending this is temporary tension. Nobody says collapse, nobody says decay, but fear hangs over every porch like thunder before rain. There's sirens in the distance tonight, red and blue paint, shadows white. Everybody waiting for the spark, like dry wood in the dark. There's tension in the air, so thick, feels like the whole damn world might split. Sirens in the distance tonight, and nobody sleeps right anymore. Used to be storms passed over, now they settle in your chest. Every conversation sounds like somebody's being tested. Used to be the future, felt like something you could trust. Now every headline tastes like smoke, and every prayer tastes like rust. There's sirens in the distance tonight, whole neighborhood bathed in flashing light. Everybody pretending this is fine, while panic grows behind their eyes. There's tension in the air, so thick, feels like the whole damn world might split. Sirens in the distance tonight, and nobody sleeps right anymore. Hard to tell if they're getting closer, or if we're just listening now. Mama stopped calling on Sundays, Dad quit saying grace. Brother blocked me last November over something nobody can trace. Used to laugh around the kitchen, now silence fills the room. Everybody waits for somebody to light the fuse. Broken family portrait hanging crooked on the wall, smiling faces frozen while the real thing falls. We still share the same blood, still share the same name, but somewhere along the line, love got replaced with blame. Grandpa says the country's dying, sister says it already did. Nieces learn to hate online before they learn forgiveness. Mama cries behind the dishes, pretend she's doing fine, but grief moves quiet through her house. Long before goodbye, nobody threw a punch, nobody burned the place down. We just stopped hearing each other, one headline at a time. Broken family portrait hanging crooked on the wall, smiling faces frozen while the real thing falls. We still share the same blood, still share the same scars, but now every holiday feels like strangers in the dark. Thanksgiving table half empty, football glowing in the den. Everybody talks around the wound, nobody wants to begin. Dad stares into his whiskey like answers might appear. Mama says please stop fighting, the people who stopped hearing years ago. Used to be hard times pulled us closer, now hard times pull apart. Funny how fear slips easy into a tired heart. Broken family portrait hanging crooked on the wall, smiling faces frozen while the real thing falls. We still share the same blood, still carry the same past, but every year it feels a little more like nothing good can last. Still got the picture, lost the family. Everybody's screaming, nobody's really there. Bots fighting bots in electric air. Fake smiles, fake outrage, fake tears on command. Whole world turning digital, no one touching hands. Dead internet, ghost behind the screen. Everybody talking loud, but nobody says a thing. Dead internet, static in the veins. We built a world together, then forgot each other's names. It's a news from strangers. Dad gets raised delivered daily. Kids learn love through filters now. Everything feels hazy. I scroll until my eyes go numb. Can't tell truth from theater. Lonely people selling loneliness to lonely people cheaper. Maybe the machines ain't winning. Maybe we just disappear. One notification at a time. One manufactured fear. Dead internet. Ghosts behind the screen. Everybody searching hard for something real to mean. Dead internet. Signal full of lies. Whole world connected now, but nobody feels alive. Static preacher on Channel 9. Sweat dripping on the studio lights. Says salvation costs 25 and fear keeps the ratings high. Cross around his neck shines gold. Eyes don't blink when the cameras roll. Talks about mercy with clenched white teeth, like God's got sponsors underneath. Static preachers scream my name. Sell me fire and holy shame. Tell me heaven's almost gone, as long as I keep tuning on. Static preacher in electric light. Make me scared so I sleep at night. Everybody wants belief, even if it's so cheap. Young men march like drones. He says enemies walk among us now, and the room erupts somehow. Outside the city floods with rain. Inside the choir chants amen. Truth sounds smaller every year. Fear sounds crystal clear. He sells certainty like medicine to the weak. But panic keeps the lights on, and panic pays the heat. Static preachers scream my name. Turn my sorrow into flame. Tell me who to hate tonight, so I can feel morally right. Static preacher in electric light. Sell me darkness wrapped in white. Everybody wants belief, even counterfeit relief. Maybe faith ain't broken. Maybe we just learn to market it. Maybe fear sounds holy now, because we got addicted to it. Steady preachers scream my name. Every channel sounds the same. Everybody wants someone to tell them who they've become. Static preacher in electric light. Sell me certainty tonight. Went down to the grocery store. Half the aisles were bare. Woman clutching bottled water like salvation sitting there. Cashier says supply chain issues, but her ass says something else. Everybody suddenly polite and scared as hell. Empty shelves, empty smiles, everybody holding panic for a little while. Empty shelves, fluorescent lights, feel like judgment hanging over us tonight. Old man bought 6 bags of rice. Young mom cried in line. People start hoarding fear long before they run out of time. The television says don't worry, which means it's time to worry more. Funny how survival starts at the automatic doors. Little shortages, little cracks, little signs nobody takes back. Empty shelves, store gone cold. Funny how fast comfort gets sold. Empty shelves, shaking hands. Everybody suddenly understands. Truck outside still unloading, but rumors move faster than truth. People fill in cards with panic, like fear itself needs a room. Little girl asks her mom, are we gonna be okay? Mama smiles and lies softly, we'll be fine, baby. Nobody's starving yet, that's what makes it worse. The fear arrives before the hunger, like thunder, before the earth breaks. Empty shelves, empty praise. Everybody suddenly aware. Empty shelves, store gone dim. Funny how fragile comfort's been. Everybody claims they're righteous. Everybody swings a blade. Everybody says they're saving us, while another line gets crossed today. Heroes sell advertisements now. Villains shake your hand. Truth got drowned somewhere between the slogans and demands. There ain't no good guys anymore, just different shades of war. Everybody keeps score, nobody keeps souls. There ain't no good guys anymore, just tired hearts and closing doors. Everybody wants revenge, nobody wants to heal. Mama says be careful son, Dad says pick a side. But all I see is broken people, too angry left to cry. Everybody talks in battle lines, nobody talks like friends. Everybody wants the conflict, nobody wants the end. Every saint's got sponsors now, every sinner's got a show. Everybody's selling certainty to people scared to know. There ain't no good guys anymore, just louder kinds of pain. Everybody waving flags like flags can stop the rain. There ain't no good guys anymore, just fear behind closed doors. Everybody wants somebody to blame for feeling lost. Maybe evil ain't a monster, maybe it's exhaustion multiplied. Maybe fear just grows best in people too tired to decide. There ain't no good guys anymore, just people scared to death, swinging fear like loaded guns till nothing human's left. There ain't no good guys anymore, just fractured hearts at war. Everybody's searching hard for what we used to be before. Floodlights over parking lots, security cameras blink. Every conversation now feels dangerous to think. People film each other fighting, nobody steps between. Whole world turns surveillance and call itself clean. Under the floodlights tonight, everything looks guilty and white. Everybody watching everybody else, nobody trusting themselves. Under the floodlights tonight, no shadows left to hide inside, just pressure burning through the dark till paranoia hits the heart. Phones held high like weapons now, every mistake preserved. Mercy dies a little more every time outrage gets served. Kids grow up already knowing privacy's a ghost. Everybody terrified of becoming the next post. You can feel the pressure humming under every crowded room, like the whole world's waiting for someone else to lose. Under the floodlights tonight, everything looks wrong and white. Everybody's scanning every face, like trust itself got erased. Said danger, now the light feels worse somehow. Used to fear being unseen, everybody's exposed now. Under the floodlight tonight, no room left for wrong or right. Everybody watching, everybody fall, till nobody feels human at all. You still sleep beside me, still wear my last name, but every conversation now feels loaded with blame. Used to know your laughter, used to know your eyes. Now we sit in silence, watching different lives. There's a stranger in my house tonight, looks like you under the kitchen light. Same voice, same skin, same face somehow, but I don't know you now. You stare into your phone screen, I stare into the sink, both waiting for the other one to say what we both think. Used to touch without fear, used to dream out loud. Now every little disagreement feels like war somehow. Nobody cheated, nobody ran, we just slowly became different kinds of damage. There's a stranger in my house tonight, moving through rooms we built together, right? Same memories hanging on the wall somehow, but I don't know you now. I don't know you now. Maybe love don't die loudly, maybe it fades in pieces, one cold dinner at a time. One unfinished sentence. There's a stranger in my house tonight. Maybe I became one too. Two exhausted people underneath one roof, pretending we still break through. Another warning on the television, another panic in the street. Everybody's tired of running from disasters on repeat. We got numb to all the sirens, numb to all the fear. Funny how the loudest warnings disappear after a year. False alarm again tonight. Maybe wrong, maybe right. Everybody too burned out to care. Survival already feels tight. Every crisis sounds the same. Every warning blends together. Fear gets cheaper every year, till numbness feels like shelter. False alarm again tonight. Everybody tired of fight or flight. We keep hearing danger all day long, till danger just becomes the song. Maybe the worst disasters don't arrive all at once. Maybe they drip slow enough that we adapt before we run. It falls along again tonight. Maybe this one finally bites. Everybody too worn down to flee, till the ground gives underneath. Nobody trusts the mirror now. Nobody trusts the news. Nobody trusts their neighbors. Everybody's got something to lose. Little cracks became canyons. Little fights became war. And the things we used to whisper ain't whispered anymore. This is the fracture. This is the split. This is the moment. The sand don't hold a bit. This is the fracture. Feel it in the walls. Nobody noticed the pressure till everything started to fall. Restaurants half empty now. People stare into screens. Old friends pass each other quietly, like strangers in between. Churches preach survival, schools teach fear politely. Everybody acting normal while panic spreads nightly. Nobody says collapse, 'cause collapse sounds dramatic, but everybody feels the tension. Ain't sudden, maybe it's slow enough to normalize. Maybe the world breaks quietly behind exhausted eyes. Maybe we crossed the line years before we knew. Maybe the fracture started inside me and you. This is the fracture. Feel it in your chest. Whole world learning slowly. Fear outlives the rest. This is the fracture.